this is Jen with Sassy Southern Insy Girl, and I'm gonna show you guys a little hack that I came across that was requested for me to show by Penny over at Penny's Crafty Creations, because I sent her some of these little bitty flowers, the little paper flowers. Now, the ones I sent her are a little looser than these because I did put some jimmies in some of hers. But so basically, if you want to put something in the center of them, you would just do it a lot looser than what I'm going to show you. Now, this is not my original idea. I do want to put that out there, but I cannot remember where I saw it from. So please know that this is not my original idea. It's just something I came across. So I have these flower dies. I cannot remember if I got them on Amazon, AliExpress, or Temu, but I will try to find them and I will link them below if they're still available. But it did come in this set of 4. So what I did is I went ahead and did one of each just so you can see what they look like. And then I cut one, and then this, I'm going to do another one later in each of these colors. But so here's my hack, you guys. So I use this. So this is a paper quilling tool, and if you don't know what paper quilling is, it's where you make cute little paper like butterflies and scrolls and different things with paper. And basically all this is there's a little slit in the middle, and it just helps you to roll it. And that is what I'm using to make it like super tight. So all I do once I've cut out my flower is I put this paper in here on the end. So you can't use too thick paper because it will not work. So you just put it in there and then you start rolling it. Now you decide which side you want. So I'm doing the black side, and then basically I just get it going, and then I take it off of here and I start gluing it as I roll so that it doesn't come apart. So I do it until I'm comfortable, because it's a lot easier to glue it. I mean, you could honestly go all the way with it, but I like to glue mine as I go. But I'll show you how easy it is, and if you are not careful, you can unroll it. But it's pretty easy to. So it starts to unravel sometimes. Oops, I just pulled the center out. It starts to unravel sometimes if you don't glue it, which is why I like to glue it, because that happens. But if that happens, you can just start over. It's not that big of a deal. It's pretty simple to start over. Oh well, it's supposed to be there. And then I'll just slide it back down there. So, okay, here we go. So yeah, you just twirl it. And again, you can do it as tight as you want or as loose as you want. I like them to be tight if I'm not putting anything in the center, because I think it makes them look better. They look fuller. And then once I get it to where I'm comfortable with it, then I just pull it off and I will start gluing it and rolling it by hand. And I just take a little dab of hot glue and put it on there just to hold it, like not a lot. And I don't do it at every, like I'll roll it a couple of times and then do it, just so it doesn't come apart. But this makes the prettiest rolled flowers. And I'm thinking about putting these in my Etsy shop because they are like super addictive. They do take a little bit of time because they're small, but these are like the perfect size for crafting. and it's a good way to use like paper. So like I have this Halloween paper that I wouldn't necessarily ever use, like that has like stuff like this, or like the big 12 by 12 pieces that have like pictures that are meant for like scrapbook, or that you just don't like and that you would never use, because you can't really see the design, you can only see the colors. So as long as the color scheme, you know, is good, then it's perfect. It's a perfect way to get rid of like paper that you wouldn't use. And so basically that's what I've been doing. I've been doing it with these, and then I've been doing it with rosettes, because it's like the same kind of concept. So and then this little piece is the bottom flap, and so I just put a little dab of hot glue on the bottom of the roll, and then I just hold it there for a few minutes just so it can dry, and then there you go. See, this one's even tighter than the other one that I did. And then you have some little flowers. I have to take my puppy out real quick, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. So now we'll do the second one. And I think I want the little ghosty side, so now I prefer I prefer these two because the petals are smaller, and the bigger petals are a little harder to work with, but you know, it is what it is. And the good news is, if any little like glue strings or anything happen, sorry guys, I was out of frame. I hope I wasn't out of frame for all of that. But if you get little like glue strings and stuff, they're pretty easy to get off of the cardstock, at least. Now this is a thinner piece of paper, but I used a thinner paper with the flowers that I made for Penny, and it works just as well. But since I had this paper out because I sent Penny some of it, I've had this paper forever. I don't even know where I got it. I have like this little 6x6 paper pad of it that like I've hardly used at all. And I love this because there's like some little gold foil in the ghosts, and like it shows up every now and again in the roll, and it's like really pretty. I can see it on the petals. Alright. And so once it's wound, that's kind of what it looks like on the bottom. And then I just put the glue on top of that, and then put the bottom down. And I got a big glue string because I was at the end of that glue stick. Not at the end, but like it wouldn't push out anymore. Okay, and then so these ones at the bottom kind of tend to poke out a little bit. Where did that go? Oh no. There it is. They tend to poke out a little bit, but I just like fold them. You can glue them a little bit if you want, but usually I can just fold them and they'll stay. But there you go. So there's like an orangey colored one. That one's like purple and green. This one's green or white and black on the outside, but it's green on the inside, so you get like both. And then this one was purple and green and something else. And you can like, you know, pop the petal. Like sometimes if the petals get smashed, you can kind of prop them up. So that's it, guys. That's my little hack. But it makes super tight, super cute flowers. because it's really hard to do it. Well, I mean, maybe not for everyone, but for me, it's like really hard to do it by hand all the way because they unravel and like sometimes it's hard to get it started. But using this little thing, and I got this like 2-pack or something from Amazon, so like it was super affordable, and I have 2. Actually, it might have come in a 3-pack. I'm not sure what I did with the other 2, but it either came in a 2-pack or a 3-pack. Oh, I know. I put them in here. Yeah, it was a 3-pack. So I got these 2 and then the light pink one. And I just keep the other 2 in there. I mean, I don't foresee ever needing them, but if somebody wants one, I'll be happy to send you one. So I have 2 extras. Let me know, Penny, if you want one. I'll mail you one. But yeah, that's all there is to it. And like if you want it to be a little bigger, you could do like another one wrapped around it even. I haven't ever tried that, but maybe I will, just to see. Like if you want it to be wider, maybe I'll try and show you guys. Maybe I'll do it off camera real quick and then okay, so this one I did like too small. Too tight. But that's okay, it's not horrible. I'll just pinch them in together. There. So there, you have like a little itty bitty one, and then you could like do another one on the outside. Let me, where's the rest of that paper? Here. That's too small, so let me grab, let me do another one. And I do run this through my die cut machine twice to make sure that I get like a really good clean cut. Because when I made my very first one, I only ran it through one time and it ripped when I was pulling it out. But I haven't had any trouble since I started doing it this way. And I save the part that's not the flower to put on a masterboard because it's got this really cool little springy look to it, but you can also see the flower shape, so I think these will be cool to stick on a masterboard. So I save all those because I'm going to do a masterboard maybe this week. We'll see. Okay. Now, since we already have this little flower piece started, I'm not gonna use the little tool. I'm just gonna start it from like right there. And wrap it around. But you can totally make these wider, and you could even do it 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4, depending on how big you want your flower. But that's all there is to it. You're just basically rolling it and gluing. Rolling and gluing. And again, like I said, so if I'm putting a jimmy or something in the middle, I put that down first, and I start the flower around that. So I also didn't use the tool for that because I was just wrapping it around the stone. Because it'd be kind of hard to do it with the little gem in the center, and you can't really put the gem in after because the space is too small. So you definitely need to but honestly, I kind of like it better without the gem now that I'm doing it without the gem. There, see, that's a little more fuller flower than this one. This one has two and that one just had one. So it's totally up to you. You know, that's the beauty of crafting, is you make it your own and you do different things with it. But I wish I could remember where I saw this tip, and I would totally give credit to the person because it's brilliant. But I cannot remember where I saw it. It was one of the gazillion videos I watched when I was trying to learn how to make, because originally I was trying to make them without a dye, but I couldn't find a way to make it. I mean, I'm sure there is a way, but I couldn't find it. So and with this one, I bend the little heart. They look like little hearts. I bend them as I go because otherwise you'll have like a weird shape to your flower. It'll look wonky. I made that mistake the first time that I was doing this. I didn't bend them and they looked funny. And this one is probably one that you would want, because if you want to get it really tight, you're probably going to want to do 2 or 3 flowers. But if I were to sell these in my Etsy, or I'm about to announce something else really exciting, how many would you want and for how much would you pay? Because I've never sold like my flowers that I've made before. Because sometimes people would rather pay for the convenience of having them already made in whatever color scheme they want than doing it themselves. I know I'm like that for some things. Some things I just am like, I'd rather buy it than make it. But I'm still happy to share with you. Even if I do sell them, I'm still happy to share with people how I do it, in case, if you'd rather make them yourself. But there's enough people out there that would buy them, I think. It's just a matter of how many. Because these are tiny, so you would probably want a whole lot more of them. I just don't know what like a good number is. So if you guys could give me some suggestions down below, I would greatly appreciate it. Or if you'd even buy something like this. I mean, maybe nobody would. I don't know. I mean, I can make them on my Cricut too bigger, because I'm pretty sure there's files on Cricut Design Space with bigger flowers. There. So there's that one, you guys. So that is how I make my rolled flowers. And let me zoom in just a little bit so you guys can maybe see it better. So this one here looks like this when it's done. This one with the bigger petals looks like this. And then the heart one looks more kind of like a rose. And also this one, I think, kind of looks like a rose. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you would buy these if I put them in my shop, and how much and how many. So Penny, I hope this helped. Again, let me know if you want one of these tools and if you want the blue or the other pink one, and I'll put that in the mail to you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, y'all. Bye.